All right, what's going on, guys? It's Battles by Fitness. Today is February something or other. It's a Tuesday. It's bench day, so in crunch, we're gonna get after it. Nat's here, Olive's here. They're kind of doing their own things today. I'm doing my own thing today. It's a bit of a wild setup, so this is something very, very different from what I would normally do. So, I'll show you the setup here. We're gonna do a floor press. I've got that foaming down to kind of create some instability with my ability to brace, so that will kind of force me to shift and move a little bit, so it's not a super hard base for me to set up on. And then I have the reverse bands, so I have greens and purples. I'm not exactly sure how much resistance that's taking off at the bottom. We'll find out. So we'll probably move up to a max triple today. And just see what I can do. And of course I'm rocking the Duffalo bar, so that changes things up a little bit too. So trying to get more in line with that conjugate method, just kind of changing things up week by week by week by week. So that's what the setup is today. I'd like to get over 5 plates, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. But yeah, just getting set up and getting warmed up right now, and gonna get jamming. So hopefully you guys will stick around, see how this session goes. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and we'll check it along as we go. So here we go. Alright, so that's the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Just kind of a straightforward bench session, right? And so what I did was a reverse band with the Duffalo bar. I did a floor press. I had the foam pads down there to kind of create a little bit of instability, because those was a softer foam, so that foam kind of moved around. And I recently took that last effort where I hit the double and put it up as a reel and on Instagram. And somebody came on and was like, hey, what's with the setup? Why did you do it like that? So conjugate is all about trying to do things differently, never really hitting the same thing the same way. And by adding in or subtracting out certain factors, you make movements different, right? So turning a bench press into a floor press makes it different. Putting foam into there makes it different. So it was just a way of throwing a whole bunch of stuff in there just to make it very, very different. But also, everything that I threw in there, I had a reason to throw in. So me, not too dissimilar from many people, my failure point is at the top. I tend to fail out, at the lockout. So this entire setup was really specially geared toward overloading the top end. So the Duffalo bar changes things up in terms of, you know, how the hands are positioned. So it causes a little bit of ulnar deviation, right? So kind of helping force those triceps on that lockout, but that ulnar deviation. Plus, it's a little bit easier on the shoulder, and I think at that point in time, I was actually having some shoulder issues. The reverse band piece, because the bands were deloading at the bottom of the press, it allowed me to go super maximal, so way more than I normally could. And so as I lock it out and that band begins to deload, i.e. putting more of that actual weight on me, it's a way for me to overemphasize the tricep drive and get a little bit more out of it. Sometimes there's value in going super maximal and really causing additional stress to a muscle group. In this particular case, because I wanted to overload the triceps, that function of the reverse band kind of allowed me to do so in a differing way than if I'd attached them to the ground and just increase the tension, you know, with the bands being attached to the ground. It just behaves just slightly differently. And again, it's just all about variation and kind of having some fun. The foam piece underneath me was something I had picked up from Matt Winning. Again, because that was a soft foam, it moves and shifts, and so it's harder to stabilize and get a good base of power if you're shifting around. And what that recruits is more muscles to try to help fire and get a thing moving. So it was a way of just stacking things up to try to overemphasize, forcing additional muscle recruitment and then forcing additional effort at the top. There are a number of other ways that you could go about doing it. That's just how I elected to do it on this particular instance. But I wanted to kind of, on the tail end of the video, explain what it was that I was doing, why that I was doing it, and that pretty much everything that I did in terms of selection of exercise had a purpose. And so I encourage you guys to play and goof around with your setups, try new things. Sometimes you may stumble on something that has a tremendous effect for you personally. Other times it might just be by changing things up, you keep the stimulus kind of novel and you just stay mentally interested. I know that there are times where I get kind of burnt out by same old, because much of powerlifting is very, very repetitive, kind of doing the same thing a whole bunch. And so if for nothing else, that has kind of a mental reprieve of just doing something a little bit outside the box, a little bit different than normal. It's just kind of fun and interesting. So those are my reasons for kind of what I was doing. But if there's something I've missed or I haven't explained something that you're curious about, by all means, leave a message in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. And I just want to say thank you guys for the continued support of the channel. Bigger today than ever before, and I appreciate every one of you for being here with it. If you happen to know anyone else who may enjoy the channel or might be get some ideas or be helped out by the content, please share it with them. Definitely would appreciate that. I'm going to leave a couple of links in the description box, stuff that you can check out at your leisure. There's a Titan affiliate link if you're looking for some home gym equipment. There's an Amazon affiliate link if you're looking for stuff like bands and training aids and things like that. Both of those links help the channel, but no extra cost to you. And then lastly, there's the Train to Spike merch. If you want to help rep the brand by picking up a t-shirt or some other piece of merch, that would definitely be appreciated and helps the channel quite a lot as well. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, questions, feel free to hit me up. I try to respond to everybody that writes me. And remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like get in, mix things up, and do things just a little bit different. It's never going to happen if you don't get in and train to spite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way, and I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.